Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic on a special day for me. So, Olimar has sent us a puzzle, and what it's commemorating is a special day for me. The title of the puzzle is Twirled Mermaid Goes Forklift, and Ollie sent through the sort of AI-generated version of a mermaid on a forklift that's in the thumbnail, and is quite amusing, frankly. But he's also got a mermaid in the puzzle being lifted by a fork. However, the rest of the puzzle, apart from box 3, will tell you, well, it's got basically a letter per box, apart from the two at the bottom, I suppose, but it says Mr. Magoo, and as many of you will know, that is my crossword pseudonym. And then it's got a diagonal that has a line of 60 on it, and that is because that is the age I become today. So thank you very much, Olimar, for knowing, for noticing, and for celebrating that. And the title of the puzzle is apparently, Ollie described it as a cryptic clue. It's certainly an indicated anagram, although I had to take out the letters of Mark Goodliff quite laboriously out of Mermaid Goes Forklift to work out that the rest, I think, spells Mr. So the title is an indication of an anagram of Mr. Mark Goodliff, which is very kind of you to recognise me, Ollie. So thank you so much. Just before we get into it, don't forget on Patreon, we've got the Labours of Rostam and Connections crossword videos. You can get to SVEN'S SUDOKU PAD on the links under the video, and also to all of our apps, which do feature many of the features of today's puzzle, but also Fog of War Sudoku and the worms. But check out the first link under the video if you want to have a go at this puzzle. I mean, it's very, what's the word? It's very introspective of us today to have a look at this, but there we go. Today is my day, and I'm going to do, it's my party, and I can solve if I want to. Right, normal Sudoku rules apply. So 1 to 9 to go in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. Every 3-cell segment of a teal modular line, so that's there, just in case you can't tell in the top right box, it's teal up to the middle cell, and then they're green above, basically. So every 3-cell segment of a teal modular line contains one digit from the groups 147, 258, and 369. Split up your keypad into vertical segments to get that. The sum of the digits on a thin grey line equals the sum of the digits in the attached circle. So this is is it called a double arrow? I think it is, rather than a between line. It's not that, it's a double arrow. Adjacent digits on a green line differ by at least 5. That's a German whisper rule. Purple lines, a Renban rule, contain a set of distinct consecutive digits in any order. Digits in cages do not repeat. No totals are given, though. Grey circles indicate odd, and grey circles indicate odd, and grey squares indicate even digits. The digits on the marked diagonal sum to 60, and that's the special rule for today. So those digits add up to 60. Sorry, I'm going to fix my eye and then start. Hang on. Sorry about that. It sometimes takes a bit of time to fix if you get something in your eye, like an eyelash or something, and bathed the eye, had a little break. Hope it's all right now. I don't want that to get in the way of solving this special puzzle. Let's get cracking. Okay, I don't know where to start. I'll say that. Oh, yes, I do. On a regular green line, a German whisper line, 5 can't go on the line. So that's where 5 is in box 6. 5 in box 3 can't go on the line, and now it had to be on the odd circle, and that is a teal line. So that 5 is the 258 representative. This even digit is going to be 4 or 6. This digit has 3 German whisper neighbours and is going to be therefore 1, 2, 8, or 9. But in terms of the set it must come from, it can't be 2 or 8. So that must be 1 or 9. And that is from the other set. So if that's a 1, this is a 6. And if that's a 9, this is a 4. That's quite an odd relationship. But we now know this is, we don't know whether it's high or low, but we know whether it's either high or low. And we must alternate the other cells along the line. So, I don't think I can finish off this box with its now very colourful mermaid in. I'm going to put just a 5 in one of these cells. Now, this Renban line is 7 cells long. That must have a 5 on. And that 5's in one of these 3 cells. This Renban line must have a 5 on as well, because even a 5-cell Renban line must pass through 5. So one of those 2 is a 5, and these 2 cells now aren't. And really, I've only been thinking about 5s at this point in this puzzle at all. So there must be something else. I could also, this isn't, yes, hang on. This is an 8-cell green line, and they're all different. They're all, okay, so the 4 and the 6 have to go at the ends. They must be next to 1 and 9. Because 4 can only touch 9 and 6 can only touch 1. Now, 3 and 7 can't sit in either of these cells because they would be touching their counterpart on one side or the other. If you put 3 there, these would be the high digits 7 and 8. So these must be a 2-8 pair, and these are a 3-7 pair. And we've got a 1-9 pair in this column. And 5 has been used, and this is an odd digit, which must now be 3 or 7. And that's an odd digit, the mermaid's head. So that's the other one of 3 or 7. And now we've had all the odds, and everything else in the column is even. That's probably not going to be very powerful. Where do we go? I know a little bit about this. This line must contain 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the items not on it in the box are from 1, 2, 8, 9. On this line, that's not very helpful, I don't think. I don't know how it is, if it is. Page has no repeats. Oh, this digit, therefore, isn't 4 or 6, because 4 and 6 must be on the line. Oh, that's quite interesting. So now we've got a 2-8 pair in the column, and then this must be from 4 or 6. Okay. What do I know here? Green, right, now I know that the mermaid's head is 3 or 7. Green cannot have an extreme monogamous digit on, 4 or 6, because they couldn't sit here. They have 2 neighbours each. So green is either a set of 1, 2, 3 or 7, 8, 9. It's not quite as true for pink. If green was 1, 2, 3, and that was 9, these would be, well, they could involve 6. They could be from 6, 7, 8. So I don't know quite. I can't work out if there's a polarity connection between those and these 2. And I don't know how to use it if there is. There might. Oh, there is a parity connection here. That is a pink 1, 9. So this one is a green 1, 9. And now I can alternate this line with greens and also with pinks. Oh, and does that tell me that, oh, this is the pink 3, 7. Is that going to be useful? This is the pink 4, 6, and this is the green 2, 8. So those are consecutive digits, which I wouldn't have learnt otherwise. How about odds in this column? We've had a pink 3, 7 and a 5. No, I don't know. Well, yeah, I do know something. This can't be a 1-9 pair because they can't both appear on the same Renban or indeed in the same cage. No, that's not true. They could be in the same cage, but they couldn't be on the same Renban. So this is not a 1-9 pair. So one of them is a 3, 7. And the other is a 1 or 9. Now, what does that say up here? We can't have a 3, 7 in these cells. Right. So pink 3, 7 is not there. So in this box, where's pink 3, 7? It's not here because that's even. It's not here because it's green. It is definitely here. What can that touch? Oh, well, I mean, anything. Well, no, not anything. It can't touch 3 or 7. In fact, we've had the 3, 7 pair. So this digit is 1, 2, 8, or 9. I mean, I don't think that's very strong, but this one also. So in fact, that's a pair. It's either a 1, 2 pair or an 8, 9 pair. I think I sort of worked that out before without realizing I had. Still don't know whether this is 4 or 6 or whether that is. And I feel that's perhaps available and I just can't work it out. Okay, what's going on in this row? Don't know. That's not it. This Renban. So one of these is extreme. One of these is 1 or 9. And therefore, this Renban. Yes, okay. It's if that is green 2 or 8, the item on here that is extreme, that is the 1 or the 9, can't be green. No, hang on, that's not true. Yes, it is true. It is true. Sorry, it is true because if green 1 or 9 was on this Renban, green 2 or 8 would have to be as well, and it can't be. So we have pink 1 or 9 in one of these spots. And that can't be pink 1 or 9 now. Is that any use? No, it couldn't be pink 1 or 9 before. That's no use. Pink 2 or 8 must be in one of these positions because it has to be on this Renban now. I don't know how to mark this. Pink 2 or 8 is here somewhere. And this Renban line is 4 pink digits and a 5, and then greens 6, 7, or 4, 3 pair. One of which is in one of these cells. Oh, I'm managing to get myself really quite confused about this. I'm not considering the 60 diagonal yet. Oh, goodness. This line? No. This line? No. This circle? I don't know what I'm meant to be thinking at this point. It might even be a placeholder puzzle. Right, we've had pink 3, 7, so this could be pink 4, 6. In fact, well, I was going to say, where is pink 4, 6 in this column? It's either that or that. How about green 4, 6? Oh, no. If that's green 4, 6, green 4, 6 can go here. If that's not green 4, 6, that's green 4, 6 in column 7. This is tricky, Ollie. Right. I need to branch out from these boxes a bit because I'm getting getting a bit stuck in the ways of thinking here. Okay, these digits can't be in those cells, so they have to be in these 6. They include 3-7 pair, one of which is there and one of which is in one of these. The pink 4-6, which goes there. Green 2-8 they include, so one of these two is green 2-8. Ah! Yes, in this column, green 2-8 must be in one of those cells, so this is not green 2-8. This is now 1 or 9, and it's green. Yeah, and now we need, well, I knew that one of these was pink 1 or 9, but that is not 1 or 9. That is green 2 or 8 now. These other digits are clearly from 2, 4, 6, 8. That is very much at liberty to be a 4 or a 6 now because of the connection on the line. And in fact, to an extent, I've finished what I can do in box 3, I think. That's rather irritating. So let's think about these 6 digits going in these 6 cells again. We know where the 3-7 go. And the pink 1-9 is also in one of those 3. So those 3 are matched off. The green 2-8 matches off there. The pink 4-6 matches off there. And this digit, therefore, goes here. And that's stunningly unhelpful, I think. Because it can still, indeed it probably does appear in the cage and on the Renban line. And that's therefore telling me almost nothing. Oh, goodness me. Okay, here's another thought that I have not had at all. If that is a set of modular digits, one of each, and that is, then that must be as well, because there are 3 of each in every column. So this set of modular digits involves 2 odds. Also, that's a set, that's a set, that's a set. So if this is a set of modular digits and that's a set of modular digits, this is also a set of modular digits. Is that any help at all? That's a set, that's a set. This set has 2 odds. Oh, and within this cage, these are quite extreme. No, that's not quite extreme because that's got a 5 in. This either comes from 1, 2, 3, 4 and includes odd digits 1 and 3, or comes from 6, 7, 8, 9 and includes odd digits 7 and 9. This digit is either 2 or 8. That's really interesting. Now, if only I could look across and see what color that was, that would tell me something. However, what I do know, do I know anything about this bit of the line? 5's in it, and there are at least 2 odds, but if it was 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, you can accommodate 2 odds. So that's not. Oh, that 2 or 8 is from a specific modular set. Hmm. 2, 5, 8. So this can't be a 5 because that is a group of different modular digits. There we go. I've got my 3rd digit in the puzzle after 15 minutes. I think I got the first 2 within the first minute. And there we've got another 5. Now, that's not really doing anything at all, I don't think. These are modular lines as well. I'm literally going to draw in the modular lines that I've just learnt about because otherwise I'll forget all about them. I'm going to use blue. That's like a modular line. That's one, and all of these 3 are modular lines. But they're very difficult to fill in anything. So let's think about this again briefly. All of these cells see those two. So this is like a set of 7 different digits, and those two, they must include one of these, I think, because they're not from the extreme end of this line. Now that might not be true, but it's probably not worth a thought at this point anyway. Oh goodness, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? If this was a 3 or a 7, it would have to be green. But if it's pink, therefore it's 1 or 9. This 2 or 8, I would love to know what colour that was. I just don't know enough about this line. It's either an extreme line, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or a nearly extreme line, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This line has the other of 2 or 8 on it. It's not doing anything. Oh goodness, I don't know how to get across. Is it really the 60 diagonal? Is that worth considering? Ah, okay. These two are from the same polarities. They either add up to 16 or 4. And that's quite extreme. So 60 is a big number, because 45 would be the average if everything was a 5. So if that was a 1-3 pair, what is the max the rest of the line could achieve? 7, 9, 6 is 22. I don't know. I don't like where that's going. And I'm saying that's a 1-3. So we're up to 26. Let's put a 9 there for 35. These would have to add up to 25 to get us to 60. Okay, I think I've just proved this can't be a 1-3 pair. And this is actually going to be valuable, perhaps. No, it's not, but it's important. If that was a 1-3 pair, the rest of this diagonal, the most it could add up to is 7, 9, 6 is 22. Let's say they were 9, 8, 7 in some order. We're up to 46. Plus 1 and 3 is 50. That would have to be a 10. Okay, that is not 1-3. That is a 7-9 pair. And this is an 8 on the Renban with them. Now we know there's a 2 in one of these cells because we need the modular set. This line contains low digits. Well, obviously 6 is a candidate. It does contain 2, which can't be in that cell and must be in one of these, not the odd. 4 is definitely on this line, but that could be in any of these cells. Could it? Oh no, hang on. 8 is there. This is 7 or 9. Yes, sorry, the modular thing isn't telling me much about this, did you? Right, this line definitely contains 2, 3, 4, 5. So these digits can't be from 2, 3, 4, 5. They're from 1, 6, 7, 8, 9. This one has seen both of a 3, 7 pair, so it's not 7. There's a 1 or a 9 in one of these cells, and that's the only 1 or 9 on this Renban line, because it can't have both. So that's not a 1 or a 9. So now we know that this digit is 6 or 8. If it was 8, that would be 2, and the line would be high. What does that mean? I don't really know. It's even though. We've got 3 evens in this cage already. I don't know, that's not quite We've got 2 evens on this line. Oh, the line has 4 odds. It's got to have 3 evens on to maintain its Renban. So that's not a 5. Ah, this has been obvious for a while. I hadn't thought in those terms, if I'm honest. This is even because we need to have 3 evens on the Renban line. And it's not 2, which is in one of those cells, and it's not 8. So that is 4 or 6. And we know its color, therefore, it's green. And now this is not 4 or 6, because they're both on the line already. This is 8, and this is 2. And we've disambiguated the colors green and pink in a way that I did not expect to be disambiguating them at all. But that's good. Now I can actually fill in the numbers here, now that we've got high and low out of that. 7, 9, 6, 7. Oh, can't fill in that one. This one's a 9. Now the lows are 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1. Now, surely we're making some progress. That's not 2 or 6. This is not 2 or 6 as well. 7 is not here. In fact, these are now 9 and 3. They can't be a 1 because 2's not on the Renban. That's a 3-9 pair. Now, come on. Something's breaking for me here. This, 7 is looking at that digit, so that's 9, that's 7. I mean, I can color these. I don't know if we're really going to continue the high-low colouring now we've done the German whispers. 6, 7, 2, 5, 3, 9. These are from 1, 4, 8, and the bottom one is not an 8 by Sudoku. One of these two is an 8. This digit is 1 or 3 because it's odd and by elimination in the row. We know that 4 appears on this line and it can't be in those cells, so it has to be here. 498 works as a modular set. 75 needs 3 or 6 in this cell to make the modular set that we've calculated work. 1 is in one of those cells. 458. This digit, has anything happened with this? Not much. 3. We need a 2 in this row. And it's not here because 2's in one of those cells. So the 2 in the row is there. Bit of colouring. Wow. Well, I mean, it's starting to come. 8 is looking at that cell. I mean, these are very difficult to do until I get some information from down here and from across here to combine. I don't really see how I approach those yet. Now, we need a 1 in one of these cells on either 3 or 6. Oh, what about this line? 6 could be on it, and it would be here. And if that was the case, this would be 2. But if 6 isn't on it, these are a 1, 2, 3 triple. Oh, this can't be 2 because we've got that. So this is where the 2 goes. And this is either a 1, 3 or a 3, 6 pair. What's that telling me? Is that telling me something? I don't know. Let's look at this row. No, this row is quite interesting. 1, 3, and 9. Now that can't be a 3 because we've just worked out one of these is a 3. So that's 1 or 9. This one is 1, 3, or 9. I don't think I know which. In this bottom row, 4 there is making this a 1 in the corner. That's giving me a 4, 8 pair here. This is from 1, 3, 6. It can't be a 3 because one of those is a 3. 7 has to be here in the box. And 9 actually has to be here, it seems. Yes, 9 can't be on this purple line. Yeah, that's right. So that's 3, that's 9. This one is a 1. I'm going to remove all the colouring because I don't think it's adding anything anymore. It's done its job. This is a 3 or a 6, and I don't know which. This one is not a 1. Yeah, weirdly, I don't think I can disambiguate the rest of these. I can go back to the 60 diagonal maybe now, because we've got a 7-9 pair there and another one there. They add up to 32. So the rest of the diagonal adds up to 28. The most these two could be is a pair of 6s. So the least this can add up to is 16, if my maths is right, and I'm not sure about that. And that doesn't seem to be a very helpful conclusion either. I'm going to look at this cell, which seems to have 1, 6, 7, 9 left as possibilities. This one has 6 different possibilities, so I'm not going to enumerate those. It's tricky. I mean, I've done all the Renbands and the cages. I've done all the German whispers. I haven't done this Renban yet. That can't be a 9. I've only just seen that. This digit is 1, 3, or 5. I mean, something like this is now reduced to 2, 3, or 7. It doesn't feel like that's very usable to me. So I'm maybe thinking about this A, this double arrow, where these 3 have to add up to the same as those 2. There seems a lot of variability and possibility there. No, I'm not getting that. How about 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 all having to be on the R? 3 is confined to one of those cells because one of these 2 is a 3. I don't see how to use that. Have I missed something very basic? A bit of Sudoku. Could have done. It just seems there's very little to go on. I mean, okay, what I haven't really thought much about. Yeah, okay, I'm going to use a different color scheme now, I think, on these M's. Let's start with this one because we've got a bit more positive information in box 6 compared to box 3. Now, these have to alternate every 3 cells with the same entropy set in order to keep the kind of triple entropying going. If those were from 147 and 258, both these would have to be from 369. So these 2 are from the same entropy set, and they can't be from 258. Therefore, that's quite interesting. So the 258 entropy set is either yellow or orange. If it was yellow, these would be a 2 and an 8, and they would be 8 there and 2 there. If it was orange, it's not so easy to determine. Maybe I should think more about what this entropy set actually is. If it's from the 369, this is a 6-9 pair, and that's a 3. If it's from the 147 set, though, I don't think it's as constrained. Oh, well, that would have to be a 1. So it's either a 4-7 pair from the 147 set, or it's a 6-9 pair. And therefore, this is either 1 or 3, being the other item in the pink group. And that feels like we're discovering something. Maybe, maybe not. If that's a 1, this group of cells has a 7 on. If that's a 3, this group of cells has a 6 on. If this is a 6-9 pair, that has to be 1 or 7. And that might be quite informative here somehow. Although I don't know how. I think this is a good way to think about it. Maybe I need to color these as well, but okay, I'm going to color these in 3 different colors. I mean, it's the same pattern. But let's just see if we learn anything from that. These 2 have to be in the same entropy set. But they could even be a 2-8 pair, and that would be 1, and that would be 4, and that would be 6. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I can rule that out. I tell you what I can rule out for blue is having a 4 in it, because one of those digits in box 3 is a 4. So 4 can't be in those cells, and that's a 4. So that blue can't be 4. So blue is not 147, which is a surprising finding. This digit is therefore 3, 5, or 6. These aren't from 1, 4, or 7. What does that say? Not much. Oh, but if that's a 3, they're a 6-9 pair. If that's a 6, they're a 3-9 pair. And if that's a 5, they're a 2-8 pair. If they're a 2-8 pair, this digit has to be 1. That can't be 2 by Sudoku, so that can't be 8. So we are narrowing these down a little bit more than I was expecting yet again. Am I going to suddenly pop up with a deduction like 7 can only go in one place in this column? I don't think so. So these pink were either the 147 set or the 369 set, and these were either the 258 or the 369. That can't be 7, so this can't be 9. No, wrong way round. That can't be 4. This is either a 7-4 set or a 6-9 set. 4, 9, 8. We need 8 in one of these cells. So either yellow or orange is 2, 5, 8. Looking through a glass very darkly at this puzzle, I cannot see how we are really meant to jump into progress. Oh, this digit can't be very high. Now, I mean, the thing about this line is these 3 have to be a little higher on average than those 2. So if this was a 6-9 pair, how big could these be? 7 and 5 would be as high as they could be if this was a 6-9 pair. Yeah, 7 and 5 there. Then you'd have to get these to add up to no more than 12. Oh, no, we don't. Hang on, what do we want? We want these to be high. Yeah, these adding up to 12 is just not a problem. So that's not a good part to think about. This digit is 2, 3, or 7. That's all 3 entropy pairs represented, entropy trios. This one is 3, 4, 6, 8. That's similarly combining all 3 trios. Okay, let's think about this row again. If that was a 2, 8 pair, this is 1, 6, 4. Everything else in the row is 3, 7, or 9. 9 would be on this line. which would therefore be a 3 to 9 line, and that would be 1, and this would be 2. So this was based on this being a 2-8 pair. That being 2 is perfectly feasible. Oh, I don't know. Right, maybe it is worth thinking about 9 in this row, because it's either blue here or it's on this Renban line. If it's on the Renban line, that is a 1-2 pair. If it's here, we've got a 3, 6, 9 triple in blue. One, 4, 7. Okay, 1, 4, 7 still have to be placed in this box, and they're not blue. If that was from 1, 4, 7, it has to be a 4, then that would have to be a 7. Then we would have to have a 1 on this line. So if red was 1, 4, 7, this would be 3, 6, 9. That's quite interesting. I mean, it's quite a long ramification, but it's surprising that you can do that much. If green was 1, 4, 7, it's not quite so clear cut, because that one only has 1 ruled out on both bits, and that one has 7 ruled out from both directions. So each of those has 2 possibilities. Of course, we know that 4 is not on this line. So 4 is in one of these cells. I've only just, sorry I didn't see this before. Red can't be 1, 4, 7 because both of these cells see both 1 and 7. And they'd both have to be 4. So red is not 1, 4, 7, blue is not 1, 4, 7, green is 1, 4, 7. And that is fact up here now. And one of those two is a 4 because the green on this line is 1 or 7. Right, well, I mean, it's quite negative information, but it's still something. Green is 1, 4, 7. So red is either 3, 6, 9 up here or 2, 5, 8. If it was 2, 5, 8, neither of the red cells could be 2. We'd have to have 8 here and 5 here. And if it was 3, 6, 9 red, this one would be 6 or 9. This one would be 3 or 6. What else? What else? What else? What else? I really think I could easily have missed a very simple open door into the puzzle, and I just can't see it. So this could easily be one of the ones where I'm going around the houses, but as a senior citizen now, you're forbidden from criticizing me for missing something very obvious. Now, okay, maybe there was something going on with orange and yellow that I didn't see. So one of them has to be from the 2, 5, 8 set. If it's yellow, this digit has to be 8. That one has to be 2. 5 will be on the line. Is that possible? I think it is. If it's orange that's 2, 5, 8, this one can't be 2 and that one can't be 5. And that's a little unrestricted, annoyingly. That's not a powerful connection. Oh, goodness. I'm not far away from getting through this, but there's some... It's not this diagonal, is it? 16, 32. Got another 28 to achieve on the diagonal. Another, what, 28 to achieve on the diagonal? Those could be a pair of 6s, which gets us to 12. these only have to add up to at least 16. Okay, this digit is actually a little constrained. Right, maximizing this diagonal, we've got 32, 38, 44, 49. These two have to add up to at least 11. Oh, well, this can't be a 1 on that principle. It also can't be 2 or 3. So this digit, I know, it's still a lot of possibilities, but 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9. Not 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, or 9. And these two have to add up to the total of this group. What do we know? 9 and 7 can't sit in any of those cells. So, how does that work? If these were not 9 and 7, they'd have to go here. And they couldn't go on this line. If these weren't 9 and 7, they'd add up to a maximum of 11, being 6 and 5. Oh, if these were 9 and 7, this pair is impossible. Because one of them is from, well, they're either a 6-9 pair or a 4-7 pair. Okay, so those aren't a 7 and a 9. They don't add up to 16. I feel like there's something here. I really do, but I don't know what it is. Is it to do with 9s and 7s? That's really weird if it is. 5, 1, 6, 7. Now I'm looking at these oranges and yellows again. I'm not seeing anything. Sorry, if you can see the way that this sorts itself out. I wish I could. Not being particularly brilliant today. Oh, Ollie, what are you doing to me, to Mr. Magoo? Now, again, then, on this diagonal, keep thinking about that. 32, 38, 44, 53, 58. This is at least 2. That's not interesting. I mean, it really isn't. Or, what is the absolute maximum and how many digits are going to have to come off that? Degrees of freedom calculation. 22, 31, 36, and a 7 there, I suppose. 43, 59, 65. 5 degrees of freedom, assuming that was a 9-7 pair. So we can remove 5 degrees. 2 are available there. If you take this down, it could be just down to 9-6. That could lose 3 degrees of freedom. No, I don't see how to use that. I can't get anything out of that. That's annoying. 192, right. I need to think of something else, something that I haven't considered. Something revelatory like that red revelation that this couldn't be 147 in red. That was interesting. Okay, this can't be a 6-9 pair because, no, that's not true. These can't both be 6-9 pairs because then you'd have 3 there and 3 there. That's all that's true. Does that mean this can't be 3? I don't think it does. I don't think it does. Green was 147. Why can't I use that a bit more? That would be something useful. Oh, goodness me. I'm sorry. I'm drowning in confusion now. This digit is 3, 6, or 7. I've known that for ages. I just haven't noted it yet. 749. Okay, this is one of each entropy set. So it must include 1. Isn't that interesting? I've never noticed that. This is one of each entropy set, and 7 and 4 have been used in this row. So 1 is definitely in one of those cells, one of those two specifically. And, well, anyway, that takes 1 out of these two. I mean, that's interesting. It's an interesting way to go. This is a group as well of one of each entropy, and so actually is 192. That's a little annoying because all that means is this is a group. I could do another blue line. That's a group of 3 different entropies, but that's less helpful than finding 1 entropy. Okay, that was interesting though. So this can't be from the 147 set. Orange cannot be from 147 because it sees 1, 7, and 4. I mean, that's the way to find that out. I didn't think of that either. I'm feeling a bit ashamed, but there we go. But orange can't be from 147. So it's either from 258 or 369. Now, what does that say? If it was from 258, one of the digits would have to be 8. So either 8 there and 5 there and then 2 here, or it's 8 there, 2 here and 5 here. Oh, we've got 1 definitely now in one of these 2 positions by Sudoku. Oh, it would be really helpful. Okay, can 1 be in this circle? This would have to be a 9. Oh, this does not work. 1 cannot be in this circle. I think this might be helpful. I think this might be very helpful. Okay, the reason I'm going to claim 1 can't be in this circle is because with these 2 circles having to add up to those 3, the minimum total for those 3 is 9 if 1's there. 2, 3, and 4. Well, you can't make these 2 add up to 9. You'd have to make them add up to 10. And then without using a 1, this would have to be a 2, 3, 5 triple, and that would break this central cell. So this can't be a 1. And therefore, the 1 in row 6 is discovered. It's here. And that's going to let me finish off quite a few cells down here. Now, some of these are going to look north. Like I can remove 6 from a bunch of cells up there and 3 from some here. 1, 1. One of these is a 1. Oh, no, this isn't a 1. Oh, that's interesting. So the cells off the Renban in box 2, if that's 2 or 8, this has to be 1 or 9 from the same polarity. Because they're the ones missing. You couldn't have 2 and 8 from one polarity and 1 and 9 from the other missing. Now, that is a known polarity, isn't it? 2 and 8 is from 258. And that means this can't be an 8-2 pair because it would break that cell. Good grief. So blue up here is from the 369 set. And that means that red is 258. And I can write in 8 there, 5 there. One of these two is a 2. And now 8 comes out of that cell, 5 comes out of that one. Oh, it doesn't quite determine the modularity. If I used entropy a million times instead of modularity, I probably have. You figured out what I meant. This digit is 5, 6, or 8. This one is 2, 3, 4, or 8. So let's just give a little thought. They could, well, 5, 2, 3 breaks because of that, but they could still add up to as little as 11, I think. Okay, this digit seems to be 1, 2, or 6. One from each modularity set. Bother. But 2, what is this? This is not 5, 1, 2, 6. This is 3, 4, 7, 8, or 9. Oh, there must be something very Sudoku-y now. Straightforward somewhere. These, is it those? One of them's a 9. So one of these two is a 9. 9, 6, 7, 3, 5. That is 2, 4, or 8. This is 3, 4, or 5. Ah, nothing is coming clear to me. 2, 5 is in one of those two cells. That's not powerful. And I still haven't found out what orange and yellow. I mean, I could. Oh, no, I haven't even found out what modularity pink is. Oh, goodness. This can't be a 9 anymore, because that couldn't be from the same modularity set. So that's 4 or 6. It's going to be this line. I'm still going to have to do some crazy calculation on it. There is a 5 in one of those two. That's not useful. Oh, it is true. Where does 5 go in this box? Is there really only one place now? 5's ruled out of those by Sudoku. Why did I say this couldn't be 5? Because of its modularity. Why? And that can't. Oh, there's a 5 there as well. Yeah, this is a 5. I mean, is that any help? That means one of these is a 2. I knew that already. Oh, bother. That with 5 was easy. Bother. One of those two's a 5. One of those two's a 5. What's going on in modularity in this row? 7, 4, and a 1 over here. 9 and either 3 or 6 here, either 3 or 6 here. And then 2 digits out of 258 in this pair as well, which include 5. That's just... that doesn't seem very useful to me. Oh, it really doesn't. I'm still not... I mean, I'm advanced. I have advanced, but I'm not... Oh, I've got a 6 down in the corner. Oh, that's taken degrees of freedom off this diagonal. Right, 16, 32, 38 we're up to. These cells add up to 22, very specifically. Well, that's kind of interesting. Let's just think about that. These cells add up to 22. The most they could be is 60, 22, 27. We've still got the 5 degrees of freedom. Oh, I wanted that to become a 3, didn't I, from that point of view? Still got the 5 degrees of freedom. Bother. Okay, that did not power me through. Oh, 6. 6 in this box is in one of those two cells. Yes, so that's not a 6. Right, that's a 9, that's a 3, that's a 6. That's now 2, and now we know it's modularity. That's an 8. We could colour them red because they've matched up with a modularity up here. That is now not a 2. 2, 9, 8. We've got 1, 4, 6 still to go there. 9, 3. One of these must look across. That's not an 8. 5 and 2 appear in these cells. That is the only place for 2 in the row, basically. Yeah, that's interesting. 2, 2. One of those 2 is a 2. 2, 4, 5, 8. Right, on this line. Oh, that's limited this number. It could still get to 16 with 2, 8, 6 and a 9, 7 pair here. Then you'd go 3, 5, 4. What about if that wasn't an 8? Then the max would be 2, 4, 6 is 12. You can't make these add up to 12. Oh, hang on. These two are the same. So, is this a 9, 6 pair? In which case, that's a 7, 4 pair. That's a 3, 6 pair. Okay, that is definitely possible. If this is a 7, 4 pair, this is a 9, 6 pair. And these have to add up to 13. Then they are 8, 5. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, at least that gives me 2 versions to go on. So either this is a 9, 6 pair, this is 7, 4, and this is 3, 6. Or this is a 4, 7 pair, this is 9, 6. And this is 8, 5. So we've eliminated 4 from that cell. Is that going to be any use? I doubt it. Can't see how it is. Right, so if this is 7, 4, that's 3, 6. We've got 5, 9, 8. 9, 8. And if this is 9, 6 instead, this is 8, 5, and that's 3, 7, 4. So these are the remaining possibilities. That can't be a 3 anymore. Now 3 in this box has to be in one of these 2 cells, and that's not a 3. Thrilling. Oh, come on, come on. 2, 4, 5, 8. 3 is in one of those. 3 has to be here in column 6. 6, 8, 1, 9, 2, 3. That is 4, 5, or 7. I mean, I keep thinking one of these deductions is actually going to do the business and be valuable. Okay, what about yellow? I haven't really thought about that. If that's a 1, this is 4 or 7, and so is that. That seems very possible. If that's 6, this is 9, 3. Excuse me a second. On that phone call. Now, where were we? 3, 9, 6, 5, 8. 2, 1, 4, 7. No green is the 1, 4, 7. Oh, I still don't know what pink and yellow are. I was looking at this yellow, wasn't I? This digit is 4, 7, or 9 now. Come on, Mark. It looks like a 2, 4, 8 set, but it's not necessarily because that digit could be 5. Oh, okay. The possibilities here must affect the diagonal total. Right, if that was the 9, 6, this is a 4 and that's a 7. And then this must be 9. Yeah, what happens to these other digits? Oh, bother. So in one version, so if that's the 9, 6, that's 4, 7. We're adding up to 11. That was with 3, 6. So this goes 5, 9. 4, 5, 9. That's 18, and that would have to be a 4 in that version. If this goes 7, 4, this is a 6, 9 pair. And then this is 5, 8. And that's 3, 7 to go with the 6. Oh, and that's a 6. I was hoping they would end up the same. Oh, goodness gracious, that is not done. Wow, that's frustrating. Okay, let's think about this being the same polarity as that. If this is 8 and that's 9, then we've got 3, 5, 7, 6. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. If this is 8 and that's 9, we've got a 3 on the line, 5 there, 9 there has forced that to be 7 and that to be 6. That's this. Yeah, that's the 6, 9 pair here, adding up to 15. But that's not going to work with 2, 3 there. Wow, so that's not the 8, that's the low digit 2, that's the 1. Now I can place 2 in box 1. Now that has to get me done, surely. That's a 2. What has this said? This is from 1, 4, 7, and it can't be a 4, can it? That's 1 or 7. Oh, maybe this doesn't finish the puzzle. 2, 6, 5, 8, 9, 4. This is 3 or 7. I can't believe that doesn't finish the puzzle. I'm not sure. This is 6 or 7 by Sudoku. One of these is a 9. That can't be a 9 anymore. In this column, we've got 3, 4, 5, 8 still to resolve. Oh, goodness. But we now know this is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Why won't that help? We can place the 9 on it there. Oh, that's what helped get the 9 out of that cell. Oh, that's a 1. So this is 4. That is going to help. 7, 1, 3 there now. So we know that pink is the 3, 6, 9 set. I could color it blue. And then I could color the yellow green, and that would all be consistent. This digit is a 4. This one is a 1. We need a 7. Right, this has become a 9. This is the important pair. That's become 4, 7. They add up to 11. These are 3, 6 to add up to 11. That's an 8. 5 in the center of the puzzle. Now I can do this diagonal finally. 22, 38, 42, 47, 56. That has to be a 4 in this version. Thank goodness we got there. Is this going to be 6? I don't know what. Well, the time that I'm going to clock up is going to be, I think this could be about a 60-minute video. The time I'm going to clock up has been interrupted, but not by much. Happy 60th birthday, Mr. Mark Goodliff. There it is. Time of 66:54, but hopefully the video is about 60 minutes, which will be very appropriate. Thank you, Olimar, for your good wishes, and others who have also noticed and sent me such. I am grateful. And nonetheless, I hope to continue into my dotage bringing you Sudoku puzzles. See you very soon. Bye for now.